Lift off and the clock has started.
Go.
And good evening to Sandra Hipkin, first-time viewer. Welcome to the Vobes Show, and everybody else. And hello, Julia.
Hello, Richard.
How are you on Friday the 25th of Christmas? December. No, wait, February, 25th of February.
Yeah, that one.
2022.
I'm very good, thank you, on this lovely Friday. Yay!
You are looking particularly papel. Have you had your nose done?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you had treatment to that, or is it your ears? There's something about you that
those two.
And your lips
else?
look very wide, and yes, there we are. And the teeth bearing up very nicely. I noticed this time of the year. It's your hair.
Yes.
Yes, I had hair today, gone tomorrow. No, but it's purple.
It is. It's been purpled again.
Has it been purpled by...
Purpled professionally this time.
Oh, purpled professionally by people.
Not that my friend isn't a professional. She was trained professionally.
Yes.
But
This is the person who normally does it.
No. I had it done in a salon.
No, you were saying your friend has been trained.
Yeah.
She's the one that normally does it.
Yes.
But you've gone to a professional...
a salon.
Yes. And do they give you... You know, at salons, they always give you product. It's like... Hello. Yes, of course.
There was a fair bit of product slapped on there.
Of course, it's product.
My hair smelled like the sweetest candy floss purple candy floss you'd ever seen.
Wow, no, don't say that because you'll be eating it. Purple candy floss. I know what you're like with candy floss. You can eat.
I do love a candy floss.
You do. Oh, marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's Friday. The weekend starts here. You can relax. Now, I put a message up at the beginning of this. Leave your troubles behind. We're not looking at the current news situation because we'll all get a bit depressed.
No, we don't want to depress ourselves any further than we already have to. And I've just turned over the timer. Ta-da!
And the show officially starts now. As soon as that timer, the last grain of purple sand.
We'll be hanging up on that phone.
Yeah.
We'll be,
Dink. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Goodbye.
Go
No,
away.
yep.
Leave us
Nice.
alone.
Thank you.
Don't come in
Yep.
here. We don't want any of that nonsense here, mate. Time, gentlemen, please. So there we are. Mr. Mocky says, seems you need a new battery in that timer. Yes, probably, but it seems to do it very well, actually. It worked.
The battery was not ever ready at the time.
Ah, yes. Remember the ever-ready batteries?
Just about.
Yes, I
The
remember
ever-ready
them.
bunnies.
No, they were Duracell, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Duracell, because the other ones used to slow
Oh, yeah, the
down
ever-ready
in
was the
motion.
yeah.
Station Master's Choice says, agree with Nigel. Sand timer turning... We done it. We do it at the beginning of the show. It's a new thing. Thanks to the lovely people who sent it.
Anyone would think they've got the cue.
Yeah, they know the schedule. We haven't even got the schedule. We have to, go back. Can somebody, Eric, where's the schedule for the show? All I can tell you is that Lynn B and Bernie, they're not an item, by the way, whatever that means, that they have sent in videos.
No one thought they were.
Yeah, no one thought they were. By the way, we had a copyright strike on a video that came in on the last show, and I'm getting a bit...
Really?
Yes, we did. So it's coming to that point where I'm beginning to think, no music in your videos, because I keep getting copyright strikes.
It's a sad world.
It is a very sad world. Yes, ants are being trodden on all over the place, which is very sad. Foxes are still being hunted, which is also very sad. And copyright strikes, ouch! Stop hitting me from the Tube of Views for any bits of... Ow! Stop hitting me.
Just call me copyright.
Copyright.
A strike, yeah.
So, yes, it's just annoying. Now, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, you may think this is an hour of entertainment. You get 3 of these a week, and it's great fun. You just switch it on. It's all free. Of course, it's all free.
It's going to be, twice as expensive for you to run?
My electricity bill came in. If you could see the lights, there's 8 kilowatts there. There's 50 kilowatts.
8 million
there.
lights around us.
There's 942,000. Don't tell them it's LEDs. There's 40 watts over there.
I just stared into them. Don't stare into the light. Don't look into the light.
Don't look into the light.
No, don't go into the light.
So you may think this is handy, isn't it? You just switch it on. It happens. There's no adverts in the middle of the show. We've got adverts, and do you know how much those adverts make? I think I've got about 25p. So we make about 25.
That's going to break the bank. You want to watch out there.
Yes, I know. I was thinking of going to the south of France on that, but I may actually only get to the pub on the corner on that 25p without any money to spend in it. So it's very difficult. Little Eric has been very quiet these days. Yes, I'm not surprised. He keeps getting thumped.
Tilly Dog says, Richard and Julia, here in Australia we call candy floss fairy floss. That's cute.
No, it's not.
That's cute.
No, it's repulsive.
It's really cute.
Is that too much in your way? We can move that
Ta-da.
there a bit. Look at that, on the edge of.
Is it not enough that I get the words coming down my face?
Yes, you get all them
on
worms.
the TVs.
On the TVs, yes. Please adjust your set.
Hi.
Bink. Ow. Do the show in candlelight, says Michael White. Yes, that's true. Yes, never mind the computer that's got to encode it, and the hub that's got to, and all of that. Yes, that's right. And the screens and the big telly over there and the camera. They don't work on candle juice.
They don't?
No.
Oh, that's a shocker.
I mean, in the medieval times, maybe they had camels or donkeys walking around and around on sort of giant medieval wheels that enabled them to get the internet going. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, no.
You can't pin it on me. Anyway, never mind all that. Just letting you know that this show can't run on thin air. I run on thin air. You run on purple air.
Yeah.
But,
purple curly air.
So we may either have to reduce the number of shows we do because, things.
Seabird is asking, are you still going to be able to sing, Julia? Well, I can still sing, just not on the show.
Yeah. La! You have to gather round. Come round and enter the Vobes drawing room. And we'll have a candlelit sing-song. That would be actually quite nice.
That would be quite nice.
Yeah.
I've actually been thinking that I might actually, if I can get get tight enough on these songs that I've been learning, I might actually film myself and put it on YouTube on my channel.
Yes,
Maybe.
I would. I think you should.
Maybe not.
What kind of music? Would you do hard, heavy rock music?
I'll do whatever I dang well fancy.
Hello, I went out down the road the other day, diddly-dee, diddly-dee.
That's rock music,
For
isn't
some reason, that gave me some when I'm cleaning windows.
it? Yeah, it did actually. It gave me that when I did that.
That's all right then.
And that's not really
Do you
your
know-
vibe, is it?
No, not necessarily. I have learned
When I'm cleaning.
it. I have learned it, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah, mostly.
Hmm.
But when I do it, it just doesn't
Turn out nice
doesn't-
again, does it?
No, it just doesn't sound right.
Right.
And the look
No.
on your face last time I played it said it all. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll drop
That is a
that one
permanent
then.
thing of my face. It always looks like this with different expressions
What's
coming
Daily
on.
Walker on about? 200 well-trained hamsters. Oh,
On the wheel.
To power the...
To power the thing, yeah.
I got
yeah.
there. Slow on
You
the
see,
uptake, but
when
I
I
got
used
there.
to run the podcast from a beach hut,
How far did you run it?
I ran it, well, it used to go on...
To the end of the pier and back?
Yeah. And also the power was run off the light bulbs. I used to climb on the roof and you could take out the, on the prom, they've got their lights
Yeah.
that would go, the little
That was a
fairy light.
Victorian thing, wasn't it? No, it was Edwardian.
Was it? Well,
remember when
yes, and you
plug into the light
plug
switch.
into the light socket and then you could power everything up and the council paid for it.
Yeah.
It was very useful, by the way. So Alan Williams says, welcome to the light programme. Yes, that's true. But if we run it by candles, it wouldn't be very light. It would be a bit iffy. Hope
We
you
would have to
don't
speak
get
like
a
this
power
then,
cut.
wouldn't
Yes,
we?
yesterday I had 2 power cuts.
Two?
Yes.
Two for the price of one?
Two for the price. I was in the middle of just cooking dinner.
Well, luckily, you don't have an electric hob or anything.
No, I had the SE going. Funny enough, I still had the candle from my filming of the candle video on the side and the matches, and I went, oh, power cut, oh well. There we go. Carried on cooking, and lights came back on. It was all great. Oh, okay. Blow the candle out. Lights went out.
Sean James Cameron says at the Vobes Show, put the show in the van and run a cable to the lights on the seafront.
Oh yeah, done. Sorted.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada
Where's
bing,
that from?
bada boom.
Where is
Bog
that
off
from?
power cut, says Sandy.
Buy one, get one free.
Oh, buy one, get one
Bog
free.
off.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the old bog off business. Kerry Baldwin says 21p to 41p. Sorry, flipping fingers. Yes.
Correcting herself where she said, I'm confused. I thought it was the gas that was the problem, but my electric is going up from 41p to 41p.
Yeah.
And then she corrected herself.
But it's the gas that makes the electricity. I mean, it's stupid. They import the gas. Not anymore. They won't be, because I think a certain big power that used to be the USSR, don't mention the war, I think they're going to be turning the screws down and all the prices will go up and you'll get less of it, which is the way of the world, isn't it? And so we should be manufacturing our own gas. I do a good job of that. Now I've been eating beans, I manufacture quite a lot of gas.
You've been powering the Rampion.
Yes.
You say you don't like the Rampion, but
I don't
you've been
like-
powering it,
I know,
mate.
but what it does is it makes that giant hairdryer in the sea blow it all over to France. I just do
Is that your plan?
That is my plan. As soon as I feel the gas is building up, I open the window at the front there, I do a Mooney, I let off the stream of whatever. People in the houses opposite me
There's too much information
open their
there.
windows and are vomiting into buckets in the street. And the Rampion starts going so much so they fall down. That is the way of the world. It works like that.
It works like that, does it?
Yeah,
Listen,
so I'm surprised they haven't employed me as a gas machine.
quite. Mr. Basby says, Vobesy is as young as me, but not as knackered.
No, thank you very much. I'm certainly not as knackered. I mean, I don't know how knackered he is. How knackered are you, Mr. Basby?
How long's a piece of string?
Well, let me find the string first. What do you mean, how long is a piece of string? Could be any length you like.
Exactly.
Yes. You can be as knackered as you want. Is that what you mean? Anyway, we have a theme tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or believe it not, you wouldn't have thought so, having got 12 minutes into the show.
Which is random things you have found or been given.
Have you, stumbled across something and thought, oh, I did once, I found with you a book on a bench down on the seafront. There was this book, I won't tell you the subject matter of the book because everyone would be very depressed, but it was very relevant, this book on what do you think about COVID. Oh, I wasn't going to mention it. But it was that kind of thing. It was a book about the truth about the COVID whatever. And it was on this park bench. Brand new book We walked past it, and I said, "Oh, there's a book there." Anyway, we went off. Half an hour later, I said, "If we come back and that book is
Probably
still
more
there."
like an hour, but yeah. Some time later.
Sometime, wibbly scream. The book was still there. Hundreds of people, hundreds
Hundreds
without H's.
Not a single one of them picked them up.
And so I picked it up. I read it. It was fascinating, and I passed it on to somebody else. So that was a random thing. Well, today I was randomly given something.
Randomly given.
You'll be jealous on this.
Oh, will I?
Yes. And you won't even know what it is. You know how dim you are.
No,
you won't guess
stupid I
this.
am.
Here we are. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I see.
Look at that. See that? It's a lovely pipe.
What that isn't is a Belfast sink
Puff.
plug hole.
Puff. What?
What it isn't is a Belfast sink plug hole.
It isn't?
It isn't?
What is it then?
Well, it's a pipe.
It is a pipe. Yes. No. No. It is a Belfast plug sink.
It is?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
How would you possibly have known that, lovely
I know,
Julia?
I have no idea. Random luck.
But yeah, somebody gave me this fairly randomly. Said, "Oh, have you got a Belfast sink? How do you know that?" So I've been watching your videos. You might need this for the bottom. And I'm hoping. I thought it was one of them hooker booker pipes. What do you call them? The Burly Hurley pipe. Was it Hurly Burly pipe?
No, just
The
hooker. H-O-O-K-A.
the curly.
I don't know how you put.
I thought it was a curly whirly. What does it call
No.
it? There's a bubble and squeak. Hubbly
Hubbly
bubbly.
bubbly.
Yes, the hubbly bubbly pipe. I mean, if you put bubble juice in
The
there.
hurly girly. Right?
Hello. This is the engine driver. Full steam ahead, thank you. This is great for sound effects. This is the BBC Home Service. It's even better if you put a bit of reverb on it. Okay, this is the police here. Everybody out. We have the building surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air. Not you, Vobes. You stay in there. We don't want to see you. Can't wait to hear that back. Anyway, random things. I don't know.
Random things that have been found or given. Sean James Cameron says, my grandmother would always say, always carry a piece of string with you. You'll never know when you might want to hang yourself. Ha ha.
That's charming. It's got to be a strong bit of string, isn't it?
It would have to be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Audrey Forbes Hamilton says, I've found a £20 note on 2 separate occasions whilst out litter picking. Well, that's what you get for your good deed.
Wait, where do you go that people throw out, oh, it's just a £20 note, I didn't need that. It's rubbish, isn't it? Where? What kind of a place is that? That must be a
maybe
very...
it's people getting drunk on the beach, depending
rich,
on
that must be
whichever
like...
place it was she was litter picking.
Yeah, but Millionaires Row, that's the place to litter pick, where they go, oh, it's only a 20, I only deal in 50s. 50s, 20, nah, small change, chuck it. Meanwhile, Audrey Forbes is out there in the bushes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, don't sing a tune that could be copyright. You know, they're very hot on it. Ian C says, if you found a wallet containing 200 quid in a nice crisp 20s, but no ID or cash cards, would you hand it in? I would first of all check to see if the numbers were all identical or in a sequence before I would make that decision. But would
I'm boring, I'd say, yeah, I'd hand it in.
I would also just check to see if there was any candid cameras around or CCTV. And then I would hold on to it for, 200 days. And then if nobody's claimed it, I keep it.
Fair enough.
But I would rather have it £2,000 than 200. I mean, 200 quid these days, you know, that's the price of the electricity to get the Vobes Show going for 5 minutes. What? Is it really? Oh, crikey. Yeah.
Colonel Cragratty says, in my life I have found true love, been given a great career and enjoyed building kit cars. Now been given the fun of rock climbing and found the love of winter mountaineering.
I thought he was going to say that he'd found true love, been given a career, enjoyed building Kit Kats. So it's a bit better than that. How do you build eating Kit Kats? I can understand that, although, you know, I'm not really supposed to do that these days, thanks to health hazards. I don't know what that means. How's the breathing going on, by the way?
It's still happening.
Julia and I are doing an experiment. We're trying breathing. It's a new thing, might catch on. A lot of humans have been doing it
What
in the
he
past.
means is breathing through the nose. 'Cause
Oh, yes, breathing.
I hadn't realised, actually, how much I do breathe through the mouth.
Yes. And it's why is that important,
Because
to not breathe through the mouth? To breathe through
you tell us.
breathe through an orifice other than the mouth. This.
Yeah, yes.
The conch.
nose. Yeah, you tell us.
Oh, I can't remember now. No, but breathing through the nose. The nose
Well, it's
is
what it's designed for.
yes.
A start.
It's designed for that. It filters the air. It warms the air. It also helps get the air into the blood and into the blood. You most likely
and around the body. I think
and around the
is what
body,
you're trying
exactly.
to get
Yes, to the full load of air. It also means that mostly when you breathe in through your nose, you actually use the diaphragm to pull it in, as opposed to the muscles in the neck. You can breathe in like that, but with the nose, it's the diaphragm that pulls it in. It's the old nose breathing is very audible on the nude dude. Yes,
said Mr. Mocking.
Yes, it is very audible. I make sure that you hear it so that you also listening know when to breathe. It's a special sign.
Sandra Hipkin says, I found some marbles. Unfortunately, they were not the ones I lost. They might be mine. Could you send them this way?
Yes. If you do find any marbles,
I would be pleased to have them back.
I think the Elgin is looking for them, isn't he? Who is the Elgin? Yes, he's got some marbles, hasn't he? The Elgin marbles. He's been looking for those for years. It's Greek.
That's right over my head.
The Elgin marbles in the British Museum.
Oh,
stolen
right,
from,
okay, yes, statues.
or a bit of a
Threw
frieze.
me.
I think it's a frieze or something, isn't it? The Elgin marbles.
Threw me right out the arena.
Oh, there's a... Sorry about that, yes. There's a... Sorry, I'm probably wanted by somebody. Hello, dear Richard. Please, you're talking absolute rubbish. Can we have the first video? No. Now, don't forget, you can give us a call on 07934746779. Okay, because the phone has been off, but we can turn it on. We have the technology. Someone's been ringing for 21 seconds, it says there. Please don't ring until we invite you. That's usually the best, because otherwise it sort of interrupts the flow. And good old Flo, she doesn't like it, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Otherwise, she's got to use buckets, and it's a nightmare. Sean James Cameron says, I know a lot of people who breathe through their mouth but talk out of their ears. The beep. Yes, my nose needs a washer, says Michael White. And Brian Jeffries says, I lost my marbles years ago. I know we all do that.
Yep. Kerry Baldwin says, we picked up a red fish box on the beach. We use it as a flower tub.
Oh, that's very nice. Hang on, is that a call coming in? I'm just looking.
Looks like it. What is...
Oh, yes, here we go. We do have a call. Sorry, I haven't put the phone not on silent. I have to put the phone on silent so it doesn't interrupt us. But we have a call. Let's find out who is on the old blower to the studio. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Vobes.
Hello, Alan
And the
Sandow.
lovely Lady Julia.
How are you today?
Oh, I haven't been catching your show very much recently because I've developed the habit of falling asleep in the evening.
I don't blame you. That's what most people do. They switch us on. They use us to put them to sleep. It's been recommended by the government.
Good idea.
Yes, definitely. So, do you have a theme for tonight?
Yes. Have you been watching any of the show?
I presume
for-
not.
Not for a fair bit.
No. I mean, Tonight Show. Have you been watching any of Tonight Show?
No.
No.
Tonight's topic is random things you have found or been given.
Random things you have now been
For example,
got.
about 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I was walking down the beach towards Shoreham Beach, and there was a lovely pair of mock Ray-Ban sunglasses, but they were blue with this lovely like rainbow kind of shiny effect on the glass. And I thought, oh, they're nice. I like the look of them. But they've been picked them up and put them on a bench to be found by the person who'd lost them. So I left them there. I saw them another 3 times. The third time, about 10 days later, I was like, I don't think they're coming back for them.
No.
Ooh.
So I picked them up.
And you got them.
I got them, and actually, I only lost them summer last year.
And somebody else is wearing them now.
Yeah.
The only thing I randomly found was echinoderms.
A what? Pardon?
Echinoderms.
Tell us what.
Chioderms.
What the hell is a chioderm?
A fossil.
Oh, of course, yes. Fossil. Thanks. I mean, you made that.
Don't be using big words for us
Yes,
now,
that's
please.
it. Just remember, you're calling in 2 simple people. Well,
Speak
one.
for yourself.
Yes.
And for me.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
What is what did you call it? A cosselderm?
Chiodome.
Oh, a
It's
chiodome.
got a kind of about 80 million years old.
Yeah. What is it though? What kind of fossil? Fossil of what? An arm, a
Like
leg?
a mammoth tooth or something.
A fossil tooth.
A fossil.
I mean, a fossil.
Yes, but a fossil of what? A creature.
Yes.
Yes.
Like an urchin.
Like an urchin. Oh, I see. A chiodome, is it?
Yes.
Yes, that was a random find. But that was it. Was it lovely, beautiful? Where did you find it?
Oh, up on the South Downs.
Oh, as you do. On a piece of chalk or flint or on a piece of sandstone?
Oh, no, chalk.
I don't mean to be giving you the 7th degree. We're not in police custody here. If you don't turn the tape on, anything you say will be printed in the national newspaper. And what, big, small? What was it? Like a size of an elephant or the size of a peanut?
About hand-sized.
Hand-sized? That's quite a big little urchin.
A big little.
Yeah, that's a big little urchin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you take it home? Did you leave it there?
I took it home.
Did you? Have you still got it?
No.
No.
Got lost somewhere away around.
Mm.
The other thing I found was some pumice.
Oh, pumice.
Yes.
Is that what the stuff that you rub on your feet to get rid of verrucas?
Yes, it's that very
Porous.
sponge-looking, porous lava rock. I don't know what the correct term for that is.
Where did you find that?
On the South Island of Japan.
I was going to say, you didn't find that on the South Downs unless somebody dropped their bathing equipment. How interesting is that?
Some bloody girlfriend stole it.
Some bloody girlfriend.
So bloody girlfriend. Station Master's Choice says, I was once told the abbey I was visiting was founded in 1355. I remember thinking, that's interesting. I didn't know it had been losted.
Ah, yeah. Can easily be lost in Abbey. A lot of things like that can get lost.
Got to watch out for those lost abbeys.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a world, wasn't there? Arthur Conan Doyle. Was it Arthur Conan Doyle who wrote The Lost World, or was it the other guy who wrote who wrote the? I think it was the other guy, wasn't it? The Lost World. Who wrote The Lost World? Somebody tell me. The bloke who sounds like he should be a butler, but he wrote. He didn't write the 400 Fathoms Beneath the Sea. I'm thinking of Jules Verne there.
Yeah.
Or who wrote The Lost World? Oh, I have to look that
I don't know. Sandra Hipkin says, I found you, Richard. Doesn't come more random than that. And
No,
I think she's got the point.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes. That's a random discovery.
That is very random. But hopefully not thrown back into the big sea of YouTube.
Have you watched any of those Time Team series?
No. I don't have a television.
Yeah. No, you can find them on YouTube.
Oh, right. Audrey Forbes says, was it Aldous Huxley? No, it wasn't Aldous Huxley. Huxley. He wrote Brave New World, didn't he? I'm talking about The Lost World. Arthur Conan Doyle was correct. They are saying that. I was thinking of the one who did the dinosaur one, who wrote the original Jurassic Park, but wasn't that based on his novel?
I don't know.
Who did it was.
Probably.
Anyway, Conan Doyle, I was right. There we are. Anyway, I was right about that. So what about this Time Team business?
The first show they did on TV, they used some fancy electronic gadgetry to find the imprint of King Arthur's chapel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say King Arthur's wooden leg.
And years later, they were allowed to go back and excavate the site, and they found absolutely nothing.
That's a shame.
So in other words, his chapel. What is it? His chapel? Did you say, or chalice?
Chapel.
Chapel. His chapel had mysteriously disappeared. Michael Crichton, that was who I was thinking. Sandra Hipkin, Michael Crichton, that was the one. Crichton. I was thinking of Crichton, the Honourable Crichton, who was he Oscar Wilde? No, the other one. Who wrote the? Was it Oscar Wilde who wrote the Admirable Crichton? Oscar Wilde, Or, yeah, I think it was Oscar Wilde. I can't remember now. I'd see all this classical literature wasted on me. Wasted.
I mean,
There's another chap who's resurfaced recently on a podcast by a chap who has about 50 million followers. Followed the path of the Holy Grail.
Oh, yeah.
His resting place. Yeah.
I can imagine someone doing a podcast or a video about On the Search of the Holy Grail would get a lot of views, particularly if it was genuine.
Yeah. No, I think it probably was.
I found it. I've got it. Here it is. This is the Holy Grail.
I mean, if somebody came up and said, here it is, would anyone believe? Wouldn't be. So, J.M. Barrie, people are coming up with all sorts of things. J.M. Barrie.
Isn't that the name of the artist that's drawn that Spitfire on the...
No.
That's another Barrie.
No, didn't J.M. Barrie write Peter Pan?
J.M. Barrie?
Didn't J.M. Barrie write Peter Pan? And, yes, the admirable Crichton. There we go. Crichton...
No, he invented the... He invaded the Ukraine, I think, wasn't it?
Who, J.M. Barrie? I'm not quite sure about that. J.M. Barrie, yes, he wrote Peter Pan, didn't he, amongst other things. And the admirable Crichton was what made me think of Michael Crichton, who I thought had written the Lost World.
That's a great book, that one.
Yeah. Try asking for that. Never mind Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. I want Peter Pan.
I'm trying to imagine Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton. Yeah, Michael. You're trying to imagine him. Yeah. He was but he wrote another book of that sort of thing, like Jurassic Park or whatever it was. What did he write? Anyway, we've got off onto a
random tangent.
Yes, onto a random literature that we thought we understood, but we really don't know anything about it. But there we are. Anyway, we better move on. But Alan, thank you very much for telling us about your old fossil, and I hope it turns up somewhere soon.
Thank you, my old fossil.
Yeah, take care. Look after yourself.
Night. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy the evening. There we are. It's Alan Sandell drifting through life at the moment at a very slow pace. But it's nice to have it. Not actually watching the show or anything like just rings up randomly. What's the topic tonight, Jim? It's like the old, what's the recipe tonight? Lord Geoffrey Harrison says a private eye in America was given £500,000 to find Merlin. Oh, did he find him? That was the big question. And Steve Mitchell says the best thing I found
Get your bucket. Get your buckets. Ready?
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, the best thing I found, it was my wife 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And yes, she was drowning in quicksand. But that's not so nice, is it?
Not so nice.
Help! Oh look, my wife is drowning. How do you know? It's funny when people say that, though, isn't it? It's true. When people say, oh yes, 30 years ago I found my wife. It's like, were you married 30 years ago? you know. Do you see what I mean? I mean, if they weren't married, then my future wife.
It's just much quicker to write my wife.
No, I'm not. No, I'm certainly not criticising good old Steve.
Wife.
Yes, I know, but people do use that terminology,
They do.
Which always confuses me, because how do you know she was your wife if you weren't married at the time?
Yeah, you're just being pedantic.
I'm being pedantic, yes, I know. I'm allowed to.
We're all allowed to be pedantic sometimes.
Andromeda strain, says Sandra Hipkin. She knows her, and she knows her books, doesn't she? Her classic fiction, Andromeda strain, was Michael Crichton. Have I got that right? It wasn't J.M. Barrie who wrote that. Which reminds me of Soylent Green. Soylent Green? Soylent Green.
I have no idea. Oh, you mentioned that one before and I've gone...
Yes, that's the one with, what's his name? Charlton Heston. No, what's his name? I was right the first time. Charlton Heston. Who discovers that all the old people have been mashed up and turned into these biscuits that everybody's eating.
Yum.
Soylent Green. Oh, yes. Mr. Bazzyby, he loves fossils. That's why he likes the Vobes Show, because there's one here. But I wouldn't call Julia a fossil. She's far too young.
No, I wouldn't either.
Absolutely. Shall we watch a video, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, please.
Let's go to the video scoreboard. So it's a toss-up, lovely Julia. Burley or Lynn? Blin or Lerny? Blin or Lerny? Which are you going to go for? Bernie. Let's find out where Bernie is today. According to this bit of paper which I scribbled on earlier, he is in Dornock. I don't think he's at somebody's door going, let's find out.
Welcome to Dornock. Quite an interesting place. And we're here in the main square. I'm sorry for any wind noise. Like I say, the sticky on the wind muffs has come away and they've fallen off, and everything's been fine up to now. But there's just a little breeze getting up. I don't know what that bird was. Oh, house martins again. You might see one or two of them. They're after the little insects and midges that are flying around. That's a nice little stream here. So many of these things here in the Highlands. But look at the local stone and the style of the building. It's quite unique. There's a bit of a church down there. And that's a jail over there now. I think it's used as civil offices, but that was the old Dornock Castle. Quite interesting. And if you go down that road there, I've no idea how far down. I might go and have a look later by the time. That, sorry for the shake, that goes down to Dornock Beach. But right now I'm going to find the cathedral. Strange town this. It's twisty, turny little narrow streets, apart from one or two main roads through, but that's the high street over there. The chemist and other little shops. Here is the graveyard. Well, that must sound on the half hour and then chime the time on the hour. But yes, Dornock Cathedral. I'm going to take a closer look at that. There's what appears to be the main entrance. There's some stained glass windows there, covered on this side with mesh. Right the way up there. Sadly it's not open, so we can't get in. I have no idea exactly what this is. It appears to be providing water for animals, dogs maybe. I thought it might be a drinking fountain, but it actually just looks like a giant bird table. The water comes in the middle bit and some of it flows out down the bottom. See if you look at this closer here, you can see that. That's probably for dogs to drink from, and the water goes in there. Certainly not for human drinking, but there is this, presented by Miss Georgina Anderson, 1892. A very ornate light on the top. This is the kind of thing I like, nice and quirky.
Nice and quirky, we like that. We do like quirky things.
Yep, especially nice and quirky things.
Yes, horrible and quirky, not so good, actually, I've noticed. But nice and quirky, nice.
Nice.
And quirky.
Always ever such a nice man.
Such a nice man.
Oh,
Such a nice man.
There was something else that somebody said during that, and I can't remember what it was that I was going to bring in. Oh, yes, Mark Burgess. I think I had to delete your comment, no disrespect to you, but you did say a sort of a naughty thing, and we can't have that kind of smut in this show. Behave yourself. I do apologise. It could have meant something else, but I did ask Julia, I said, does he mean what I think he means? And so we thought...
I don't think he meant a hairdryer.
Yeah, I don't think he meant things got fruity and he landed on a hairdryer.
Audrey Forbes Hamilton says she had a holiday in Dornock with her parents eons ago.
Eons ago. And as Sean says, is the next village called Ring a Bell? No, I don't think it does ring a bell. It's probably not 3 times.
No. Lynn B loves the stonework and those turrets.
Oh,
I agree.
yes, very nice turrets. If I could put turrets on this house, I would.
Yeah.
It'd be
Do you
nice.
know, there are actually what look like turrets on a couple of houses down towards my way.
Are there?
Yeah, quite cute.
Quite cute.
Quite cute.
Not
Yeah.
very cute, just quite
Okay,
cute.
very cute.
I'm just asking, just like... Stop it. Stop. If I say stop it, will you do it again? Yeah.
Don't need to. I'll do it anyway.
Oh, marvellous.
Last time.
Less fat
Done.
too. Diddle-diddle-did.
Hello, Dubai Dozen.
What? Goodbye Dozen. How are you?
Dubai.
Goodbye Dozen. Yes, hope you're...
Goodbye Dozen.
Goodbye Dozen.
Dubai Dozen.
Dubai Dozen.
Dubai, not goodbye.
Dubai Dozen. Dubai more than a dozen. Long time. How are you? Lovely to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. How's it going over there in the hot sphere of sand and sun in Dubai?
I think we both went like that at the same time.
Probably. Ian C says, today my lovely girlfriend Jo was given a musical biscuit tin, like you do, shaped like a house. It plays, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, have a biscuit what you can. It was full of mini gingerbread man or persons. Yes, please.
Michael White says randomly, Tourette's syndrome.
Turret syndrome. Yes, we like a bit of turret. Castle. Yes, crenellations.
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 We are not taking the mick.
No, of course we're not taking it because it's already been taken.
Given.
Someone has gone off with it. Where is the mick anyway? I want to take it, but someone's already put it into a glass tumbler and turned it
bless.
upside down.
Dubai doesn't say he's struggling though. Someone has to.
What do you mean you're struggling? What, with the sun and the sand and all the sun? And I bet he doesn't suffer from vitamin D deficiency.
No.
He's somebody...
Maybe some frazzled skin every now and then.
Yes, probably. But
although he's been living out there for quite some time now. He's probably...
We have to be very nice to him because you never know. There's a house in Wiltshire that we might get the key off him again.
That's not the only reason we've got to be nice
It's
to
the
him.
only reason we're nice to Dubai Dozen is he's got a house in which we've got a key. Well, we haven't got the key. We had to give it back.
Yeah.
How's your mum, by the way? I hope she's okay because she's looking after the key for us. I'm a cheeky swine.
Well, she's never such an ass.
She was lovely. She was lovely. And when I stayed there once before, of course, she wouldn't come in because she had to self-isolate for a bit. So we did say we would do some cooking and make biscuits and pass them through the windows. But I think she's seen the state of my cooking, so she said, no thanks, Mr. Vobes, which was a bit of a shame. Sean James Cameron says, when was the last time you went to the cinema? I'm thinking of seeing a movie next week, but it's £23 for a ticket. What kind of movie? What movie? What kind of movie are you watching? It's not one of those, naughty ones. I once went to see a blue movie once at the cinema, and I complained. No. I said, I want more colours. Just one colour, it's boring. I want more colours, thank you.
I was going to ask a stupid question, saying, what's a blue movie?
What's a blue movie?
Seabird
it's better
says,
than the black and white one, I suppose.
Seabird says, when are you starting the walks again?
Yes, good question. Good question.
End of March, I think we were thinking.
Yes, although...
But not 100% sure. If you are on Facebook, please join the Bold Explorer walking group. Wait, I changed the name. What do we call it now? Walking with
the Bold Explorer.
The Bold Explorer, yes. And that is where it will
you
be
said
advertised.
The end of March. We should have done it at the beginning of a March. But yeah, the end of March, I think, is when we're going to wind it up. We want to make sure that the weather is good because last year we had to keep cancelling or shifting or doing something. Irish jigs, I think, or we were just sitting there doing jigsaws. So we had to keep. So we want the first one to be quite jolly, and I think Matthew. Sorry, that came out very strange.
Richard.
Matthew, beloved Matthew Holdsworth, lovely chap. I think he's got one in mind, something on the green sand where one that we made a video fairly recently. So it's up towards Nip Cozy, Nip Reigate.
Kip Nosy. Dubai Dozen says she is doing well, his mother.
Oh yes, of course.
She was over in Dubai for a month, and we popped over to see our construction project in Sri Lanka whilst she was here. All going well. Fantastic. Good to hear.
Good to hear. Fantastic. Good to hear. Lovely.
That's what I said.
Is it?
Apart from lovely.
Sorry,
but it is lovely.
I misread your cue on the thing. Sean James Cameron, who's in search of the good life, is clearly going to spend 23 quid. Is it really £23 to go? I mean, who can afford that these days with the gas prices going up? He's going to see The Duke with Jim Broadbent. Now, Jim Broadbent's a good actor. But The Duke, what's that? Is that a new film? Well, obviously it's a new film. Why would you go and see an old film? Unless it was a Laurel and Hardy in the cinema.
No, there's some old films that I'd like to go and see in the cinema now.
Yeah, like what? Put you on the spot?
I did.
What?
I can't think of one now.
The Mouse That Roared. That's a good one. The Long Arm of the Law. That's another good one. Too Many Crooks.
The Crow, actually.
The Crow.
Bit of a dark one.
Is it dark?
Well, yeah, in many ways.
Did they not have enough lights?
No.
Clearly
not.
See, it was on a budget video, that one.
Yep.
Yeah, so there we are.
Mr. Busby is asking, when do you have walks in Lancashire?
Oh, we have lots of... Lancashire is one of the places that we have more walks than anything else. He lies glibly. None in Lancashire, I'm afraid to say, Mr. Busby. Unless, of course, you want to be our sole representative and get the walks going up there, in which case we would do walks without the Bald Explorer, unless he happens to be in the area, which is very unlikely. I mean, unless I'm touring, which might happen. Could happen. Could be taken on holiday. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Okay, the new broad Brit moonlit neat tonight. Mrs. Wright, you're buying a toaster. Are you watching a video?
Buying a toaster.
Yeah. Well, shall we put on another video?
Yes, please.
Gets us out of all sorts of trouble.
Lynn B is at Shoreham Lifeboat Beach.
What the hell is she doing at Lynn B's lifeboat launch? What? Lifeboat launch? Beach.
Shoreham Beach.
Shoreham.
Lifeboat.
Yes. Is she drowning in the sea? Is she going...
She might be admiring the building.
Drowning, not waving. Oh, hello, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. You're right. Yeah, nice to you. No. Oh, she likes a bit of that underwater swimming, doesn't she?
She's probably admiring all the building.
I see.
Like we did in that video.
Yeah, we did.
What is it? The lighthouse.
The lighthouse. Yes, you try lifting it though. It's not so light. Right, Limby then at the Shoreham Lifeboat Beach. Did you say that?
Yes.
Good. There we go. Quickly twiddling with the knobs to make sure the sound comes out.
That was another lovely video.
Wasn't that lovely?
It was. Wasn't it just lovely?
I was just reminding the lovely Julia that when we were there was a bloke snorkeling. I don't think he was a Russian spy or anything. He came out from the water, and he said, "I know you," and we had a conversation in English. Nothing to do with passports and do you come here and where's the nearest.
Get to the point.
Yes, and he said he was an entertainer and stuff and enjoyed my stuff and all of that. So I just said to Julia, I said, "Do you know, I vaguely remembered who he was, but I couldn't put a name to him." And then he sort of made it slip and he said, "Oh yeah, we must keep in touch." Anyway, I've never heard from him since.
Linda Kane says, "Go on. Who's going to be the first to identify the bird then?"
Which bird?
The cormorant.
Oh, the cormorant.
Yeah.
Was there a bird?
There was a cormorant.
I see. I was so busy watching. Was it Kyle, the dog? Kai, not Jeremy Kai.
No, there was an individual shot of the cormorant.
Yes, I missed. I was busy doing technical stuff.
Yes.
You know what it's like when you do technical.
Buttons.
Pressing them buttons. They weren't chocolate buttons, by the way.
That's what you do best.
What, pressing buttons? What, people's buttons? Yes, I've got to learn how to sew buttons back on because I've got so many shirts where buttons have pinged off.
Oh, that's frustrating when that happens.
Oh, it makes a good noise though.
So annoying.
Bing.
Julia's mic's down apparently.
Oh, have I got the wrong?
My mic is now up. Okay.
How about that?
Is that all right?
Sorry, but thank you very much for being alert.
Thank you.
The world needs alerts.
Thank you, everyone. It was a beautiful day today, and Richard saw a seal, said Lynn B.
Ah,
Fantastic.
yes, a seal. Yes. Is that one of those Navy SEALs? They're probably practicing ready for the WW3.
Something's wrong to give it seal of approval.
Yeah. Yes, very good.
Terrible.
It's like sellotape. If you get that in the right place, you can get a good seal. Anyway, nice. That's a brand name, isn't it? Sellotape, sticky tape. I used to watch. Do you remember?
Sticky back tape.
Yes. Do you remember watching Sticky Back Plastic? I
You
think that's a
mean
brand.
Blue Peter.
Yeah, Blue Peter. And they always used to talk about sticky back plastic, and you couldn't actually name, but it was a brand. What was the actual brand name of the sticky back plastic that they would always refer to? Because it was.
I can't remember.
Because when nobody went into a shop and said, "Do you have any sticky back plastic?" You always used to ask. Not that I bet many people did go in and ask for some of that, but it was a thing that people always had. Fablon. Yes, fabulous Fablon. Where's Fablon when you want him to call in? I've just started to eat my first Fablon Easter egg. A Fabergé, is it?
What?
Steve
I
Mitchell.
started eating my first Easter egg tonight.
I'm sorry, what month are we in?
I don't know how your eye does that.
What? Does my eye whizzle around in the wrong
it's
place?
like, I'll take a word from there, I'll take a word from there, and I'll mix it with these little numbers and letters here.
Sticky back.
I'll make up my own.
Yeah, exactly. How do you do it? Sandra Hipkins says, we sold it in my dad's hardware shop. Oh, lovely.
Scotch tape.
Scotch tape was another thing that's a bit like it. But the sticky back plastic was that, Fablon, wasn't it? It was plastic, coloured, and you could get...
But it didn't have squares.
Yes, so you could cut on the back, so you could cut the shape exactly. Yeah. They must have sold billions thanks to Blue Peter, because everything was made in sticky back plastic. Yeah. So there we are. Nuggets Fan Life says, sorry I'm late, I'm dealing with an energetic puppy. I'm not at all surprised. It's your fault for buying one. Mm-hmm. You know, what do you expect? You have no personal life to enjoy things anymore. Poor old Rick. He rang me up earlier today because he discovered that I'd been looking for land. Mines. No, that gives it a different connotation.
Did they employ you with the little giant rats? Little giant.
No, I had one of them land detectors, you know. Beep.
Oh,
Bob.
Metal detector.
Beep.
Land detector. You just get it out and just beep. There's land all around me. Oh my god. Beep. I can't not find land. Beep. What the? Sorry.
Yeah. Where is this land? And did you know? If you noticed, under the houses, there is land.
There's more land.
More land being not utilised. I mean, if you move the houses out the way, there's land.
Plenty of land.
Yeah, there's plenty of their land underneath those houses. If only we could just raise the houses up on sticks.
Yeah. Stilts. Put them on stilts.
And
all
then,
good.
I mean,
did consider that, actually. I did think, how could we do that? Because my house is on a floodplain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a plain flood?
It's a flood of plains.
Oh, well, that's all right. You can go to America and places like that where they've got planes.
Yeah.
And in fact, Gatwick and Heathrow, they have planes.
They have planes. So does Shoreham Airport.
And if you go on the ocean, you can go plain sailing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have any
And
more
if there's
videos.
puddles about and you're driving, you go aquaplaning.
Ah, yes, aquaplaning. He's a hero. Rub him up and down.
Copyright strike.
Oh dear. Mandy is on her 10th Easter egg, says Jeff. What is it with people eating Easter
Well,
eggs?
if they would put them in the dang shops, people will buy them, won't they?
Well, I suppose they
and
will.
who's got to save a chocolate egg from
You
now
shouldn't be
till
eating
Easter?
chocolate anyway. It's
Seriously.
bad for you. It ages you by 700 years. So I was told the other day in some book that I believed religiously, like some mad fool. Brian Jeffries said, someone shouted, "Mine, mine." I said, "You can have it, mate." Yes, exactly.
That was good.
Thanks.
Only 303 days to Christmas. Thanks for that, Sean.
Plain crisps. Alan Williams, thank you for that. Yes, Pancake Day next Tuesday first.
Oh, fantastic.
What do you mean next Tuesday first? Do you mean the first?
Before Easter.
No, the first before or the
No,
the
Pancake
first of
Day
March.
before. Pancake Day before Easter.
When is it? When is Easter?
I don't know.
Easter's one of those really annoying
remember.
times a year because they shift it about a bit, don't they? Why do they? Why don't they just set it in? Christmas Day, you know, it's on the 25th of Christmas. I mean, the 25th of July. I mean, December. Look, I am not owning that. The 25th. Sorry, there's a bloke over there. Would you stop waving your arms
I
about?
heard a bird sing in the
Yes.
dark
So
of
Christmas is
December.
on. Christmas is set in stone,
Yep.
right? And
Which stone?
the Christmas stone.
All right.
The
checking.
chrysalid stone. The what's that day when they start setting fires to bonfires? Thanks to bonfire night. Yeah, bonfire night, 5th of just November. That's set in stone, or probably in kindling. And the Halloween, when the dogs go Halloween, that's the 31st of October.
Halloween.
Halloween. So Halloween, do we get from there to Easter? Why can't Easter be set also in I mean, they must have worked out that Jesus got nailed to his cross on a certain day, and they go, yes, it was the 5th of April, 1732. Well, was it 33? AD 33, wasn't he nailed on it? Because if he was born... If he was born, he was died at 33 years, wasn't it? It's a young age to go.
Yeah, no, you're
young
right.
age.
It would have been about AD 33.
AD 33. You would think that somebody somewhere would have written it down in stone, probably Moses, because he was quite good at reading the runes, and said Christmas should... Not Christmas, the other one. Anyway, Nick Gardner, bringing the sensible chat back to the normal, he says it's mid-April, 15th to the 17th of April. So there we go. So the Tuesday before... Well, there's got to be... There's plenty of Tuesdays before then. You said it was the first Tuesday before?
No, you've completely misunderstood. As usual.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean
Because
then?
we were talking about Easter,
Yes.
and then
somebody said Pancake Tuesday.
first, before Easter. We have Pancake Day first, and then we have Easter.
Oh, I thought you meant it was the first Tuesday before Easter.
Oh my
And then I
head.
thought maybe it's the first of...
I know what you thought,
Oh, right.
but you thought wrong.
I realise that now.
It took me a while to work out how to correct you.
Steve Mitchell says Easter changes because of the moon.
Easter has nothing to do with Jesus. It's a pagan festival, says Michael White. But you know what? Jesus is a fascinating character.
But didn't he get nailed to the cross at Easter?
Technically, yes. Well, Easter... No, it was before Easter because...
Or did he rise in Easter?
He
Was
rose.
he like a...
Easter is about his rising.
Oh, right.
Isn't
Is he
it?
like bread? Because bread rises, doesn't it? I mean, did they knead him and then prove him and then bake him and then eat him? Probably not. But Easter is the first Sunday after the vernal equinox, says Audrey Forbes. But okay, so, yeah, the thing is, you would think, here's a conundrum for you to solve. You would think it would be more likely that people would remember the date he was crucified, right? People, yeah, because by then he was this Messiah. He'd been telling everybody, oh, I can turn, not like that. I can turn water into rain, into wine. Not like that. He was a sort of Tommy Cooper character, wasn't he? Running around going, so you're a blind man, seeing man, blind man. like that, and he could do all these miracles. So you would think that people would remember the day. Oh, it's like that one there and that one over there. There you are, see, look, nails in, nails out. Nails in, nails. You would think that people would remember the day he was crucified.
Well,
they would write that down.
Yeah.
And so at Easter time, they would get their bunny rabbits and all of this. And, but they remember when he was born, which back then, loads of people didn't remember when they were born. When were you born? I don't know when I was born.
As a child, I used to think it was really weird that he was only 3 months old when he died. Or how did he do so much?
Yes, for a little baby.
I didn't get it. I was a bit silly.
That disease that ages you very, very quickly.
While we're talking about Jesus, can I tell a joke? I hope
can.
I don't offend anybody. But it's actually from the film I just mentioned a few minutes ago, The Crow. That's where I heard it. Jesus walked into a bar and he asked the innkeeper. Well, he hands the innkeeper 3 nails and he says, "Can you put me up for the night?"
Hey!
I know, it's terrible.
And the innkeeper
Makes me
says,
smile.
"We don't have any hammers here. Try the blacksmith next door."
I would absolutely love to visit Jerusalem and visit some of the places that he had been.
Yeah?
Particularly, there's a temple. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a temple just on the outside of the old original Jerusalem walls, where he spent a fair bit of time. In fact, I think that was where he was in the gardens there that he was captured before being crucified, and arrested. But just the olive trees there, they're ancient. 2,000 plus years old, or at least the root systems underneath definitely are, and you're not allowed to walk on them, but I would love to just be near them and just wander at them because, well, Jesus walked across those things. It just, my mind goes, poof.
Goes
Fascinating. Poof. Poof. My little purple brain goes, poof. Anyway.
Michael White says he wasn't born in December, but that was the time of the Feast of the Tobacconal, in which they smoked a lot of tobacco. Puff, puff.
Garden of Gethsemane. I can't say it correctly.
Gethsemane. Is that the temple?
Yes.
I thought it was called Simon. Simon Temple. The saint.
Didn't get
it. Leslie Charteris, you wouldn't know. The saint.
Don't give up your day job, Julia. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, charming. Who said that?
Steve Mitchell,
Oh.
your matey.
Oh.
Your matey. Yeah,
Don't
you can't
say-
be mean to him. He didn't mean it. I don't think he meant it.
Don't be mean. How did LJT put up LJ?
I wasn't going to correct you.
Put up with Richard?
Pick your battles.
Sometimes beats me. Yeah, sorry about that, Daily Walker. Well, is that not? I thought Easter was when Jesus is supposed to have been nailed to the cross. Is that not the true thing?
Hey.
I thought Easter was when Jesus. If it
No,
wasn't
it would
Easter,
have been a few days before that.
Oh,
Because
I see.
Easter was when he rose from the dead.
Oh, right. But that depends on when the moon's in the right place. I can understand it being a pagan festival. That bit I can understand. The bit where it starts shifting about, because I'm sure when the great man of Vobes dies, which at this rate will be very quick, soon. When I die, no one's going to say, "Oh, the Vobes, he died." Well, this year, according to the runes, it's sometime in December and in early January. And other times, no, it's in May, June time. It's not going to shift about. So, somebody must know.
Google says, according to Sean James Cameron, Jesus was put on the cross on April 3rd, 33 AD.
At 3:33, I imagine. Somebody was going, "Don't put him on yet. Wait a minute." Is that according to the Gregorian calendar or the Julius?
Gregorian.
Yes, him. The Gregarious calendar or the Julio he create. What was the film? Oberon prepare. Julio he create. If anyone knows that, I'll be very impressed. The film in which that is a quote. Nick Gardner says Jesus was crucified in the winter, but born in the spring. It's all a bit wonky to fit in with the pagan calendar. We do like a bit of wonkiness. According to the Google calendar. Oh, yes, thank you, Sean. According to the Google... Now, look, we have the sands of time very close upon us. We didn't put it on until about 3 minutes into the show. It's amazing that it's fairly accurate, though.
Yeah.
Lord Geoffrey Harrison says, did you know Jesus' uncle went to Canterbury?
Nope, did not know that.
Is that the same uncle that went to Mow to Mow a meadow? No, is that the same uncle that went to the Avalon Isle, the Avalon, and
Isle of Avalon.
the Isle of Avalon in Somerset, and put his stake down and grew the
yes.
holy tree?
The holy tree, yes.
That we saw a supposed...
The holy hawthorn.
Yeah, a bit of relic of at the...
The one that got burnt down. Actually, no, I think it's been burnt down several times.
Yeah, burnt down and mugged, isn't it? Give us your thorns. Give us your whores. Yeah, better to get your whores down at the red light district, if you don't mind. These whores are whoreberries. Jesus was a tin dealer with his uncle, says Daily Wall. Hello, it's getting cheekier and cheekier. By the way, hope we're not actually insulting anybody. This is just light entertainment, by the way. Yes. It'll be lighter and less light. It'll be dark entertainment when we have to use candles. So get those donations in soon.
Michael White says, a priest, an imam and a rabbit walk into a bar.
Here
the barman says, what are you having? And the rabbit replies, I'm only here because of autocorrect.
Oh. Good old autocorrect. Seabird says, it's gone too quick tonight. I think you should do 2 hours. I think you'd be lucky.
That's the last grain just gone through.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to the lovely Judith for moderating, to Sean James Cameron for also moderating and giving us some extra facts we never heard of. To the lovely Julia for coming in, to Lynn B, and to Bernie for the videos for your company, to Alan Sandell for giving us a laugh as a phone call, but not actually watching the show, which is always a bonus to most people. And
thank you to everyone who's been watching. You didn't say that, did you?
No, not
Thank
yet.
you to all of you viewers. Thank you to all of you commenters. And thank you to Richard for putting it all together.
My pleasure. And thanks, a big thanks to the electricity company for letting me know that it's going to be double the costs in the 1st of April, just 2 days before Jesus was knocked up on the cross.
And thank you to my mum and dad for bringing me into this world.
And thanks for my mum and dad for leaving me here. They've departed. They're on to more exciting
dearly
things.
Departed parents.
Yes, but anyway,
hopefully mine
there we
will
are.
stay dearly undeparted. Mine need to stay. Anyway, goodbye everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely evening.
Yes, take care. And now back to some rather disastrous news over in Ukraine.
Way to end.